equal favourites in the race were Affinity, who started at 4-1, along with the Bounty Hawk, who had no luck in the run, but the favourites were both disappointing just the same. Let's have a look at the running of the race.
The starter looks across and lets them go. And Secured Deposit began well with Forward Charge to the roar of the crowd from British. Bounty Hawk away nicely from Alibi, and wider out on the track, Lancelotto already working up towards the lead with Rocky Ruler, and settling in behind them is Fountain Court. Logano back to the rear of the field, and Rose and Thistle well back early as they settle down. Onto the course proper the first time. Lancelotto's in front with Rocky Ruler from British third on the fence, and a length to Black Knight. Chagamar on the outside, and Fountain Court caught about 5 deep from Alibi, Secured Deposit. Then came Hussar's Command, Forward Charge, a length and a half, Bounty Hawk. A length and a half then to Affinity, who's following Bounty Hawk, and behind it on the rails, just behind those horses then is Fox Seal. Rose and Thistle is wider out on the track at this stage. Beaver Boy is tucked in behind them with Mapley Heights in on the fence. Past the Baton is back at the rear as they go down to the judge. Logano just in front of it with Martian Sun. Out of the straight, Rocky Ruler led by 2 lengths. On the outside, Lancelotto was in second position now. A length and a half, Chagamar, and 2 to British settling fourth. 2.5 to Black Knight. A length and a half to Alibi on the inside of Fountain Court. A length and a half, Hussar's Command. Then Secure Deposit, 2 to Forward Charge. A length and a half, Rose and Thistle, Bounty Hawk the rails. 1 then to Affinity, racing over on the outside at this stage of Mapley Heights, and getting up inside them to push Affinity 3 deep as they go down the back is Beaver Boy. 2 lengths to Fox Seal, 2 to Marshall's Son. Then a length away behind them, Logano, and last of all in the field still past the Baton. Past the 1700, Rocky Ruler. It's a steady pace only. 1.5, Lancelotto, and a length away, British on the inside of Chagamar from Black Knight, and Forward Charge, Fountain Court. Secured Deposit out 3 deep. Alibi scraping paint from Hussar's Command. They were followed, Rose and Thistle going around the outside, and Affinity's following it 3 or 4 deep in what's now a muddling pace. Bounty Hawk's got pushed back along the inside. Passing it is Beaver Boy and Fox Seal, and they're followed by Martian Sun, Logano, and past the Baton, Hard Ridden last. They've got 1,300 to go, and Rocky Ruler 3 lengths to Lancelotto. A length and a half, British having the run of the race on the inside, and they were followed by Secured Deposit and Chagamar. 1 to Black Knight going forward. A length and a half, Forward Charge. 2 lengths to Fountain Court, Rose and Thistle. 1 to Affinity out 3 deep with Alibi on the fence. A length Hussar's Command. They're followed by Bounty Hawk easing off the fence at this stage, and then Mapley Heights to the outside of past the Baton. Further back is Beaver Boy, Martian Sun a long way back with Fox Seal and Logano last. They're coming to the turn with 700 to go in the Cup, and Rocky Ruler kicked away to be 5 lengths in front of British, getting up on the inside now from Lancelotto. Chagamar to the outside. 2 lengths to Black Knight, Forward Charge, Secured Deposit. Affinity's out very wide and a long way back with Hussar's Command, and Bounty Hawk trying to get through on the fence. In the straight, Rocky Ruler at the 400, tackled by Chagamar from Black Knight. Then British, Bounty Hawk sneaking along the rails, and here's Rose and Thistle with a big run. Black Knight got to the lead with Chagamar at the 300 from Rocky Ruler. They're clear of Rose and Thistle at the head of the others, and then Mapley Heights running on. But it's Black Knight in front of the 200 from Chagamar. Mapley Heights running home well, but it's Black Knight's Melbourne Cup. He's drawing away to win by 2.5 lengths. Chagamar will run second from Mapley Heights, Rose and Thistle. Then Fox Seal from Affinity. Further back is Rocky Ruler, Lancelotto. Behind them, past the Baton, Secured Deposit, Fountain Court. Then Forward Charge, followed by British. Behind them is Martian Sun, Beaver Boy, Hussar's Command, and then Bounty Hawk, who failed to stay. Alibi's run second last, and Logano has run last.
And the winner, Black Knight 10-1, Chagamar 25-1, Mapley Heights 10-1, Affinity and Bounty Hawk equal favourites at 4s. And for those of you who had sweeps with something to run last, Logano took out that doubtful honour. And while millions of dollars have been won on Black Knight today, the winner of the wife of the winning owner, Robert Holmes of Court, told Shane Castleman after the race she'd not even backed the horse.
That always terrifies me because I'm not a punting person, and when other people start coming in on the horse, I'm really worried.
Did you have a bet yourself?
No.
You didn't even back your own horse?
No, I don't bet.
What about your husband?
No, he wouldn't have either. He's not a punter.
Will you be speaking to him this evening?
As quickly as I can get to a telephone.
George, your 3rd Melbourne Cup, is the feeling still the same, or is it even greater this time?
Yes, the feeling, any of them, they're all good. They're better than the disappointment I had last year when, well, the last 2 years when Noble Comet looked as though he had won and he finished 2nd and 3rd the previous. But this year, they're all great to win. Any race is good to win, but the Melbourne Cup's out of this world.
Well, we go to the next race, and Star Style Girl, the favourite, running.
And from the helicopter high in the sky, we're looking down on the Melbourne Cup crowd here today at Flemington. The horses now are moving around in the mounting yard, and the moment we've all been waiting for, the rundown on those participants as we look at number 1.
Starter Mr. Wood on the platform and attended with Bounty Hawk. The light goes on and they're racing in the Melbourne Cup. Bounty Hawk and Alibi began well towards the inside. Fox Eel began fast and British kicked up in the early stages. Going quickly, Secured, deposited, and towards the outside, Rocky Ruler began nicely with Lancelotto going into prominent placings. Fountain Court not too far away with Rose and Thistle in a very well-bunched field in the early stages. And dropping out is Past the Baton towards the end of the field. Joining up with the course proper now with about 2,800 metres left to go, and Rocky Ruler's gone to the lead. Out by 2 lengths to Chagamar, crossing over to be second, and Lancelotto third. They're followed by British in company with Black Knight. Fountain Court is caught 3 wide, and they're trailed then by Alibi and Secured Deposit on the rails. A length further back is Hussar's Command. Forward Charge has the fence. 2.5 lengths further back is Bounty Hawk, and then Rose and Thistle, Mapperley Heights. 1 to further back is Affinity. Then came Beaver Boy, and neck away the outside is Fox Eel. 2 lengths Lagana, Marsh and Sun, and last of all is Past the Baton. Rocky Ruler at the turn out of the straight near the 2200 has a lead of just on a length to Lancelotto. A length off third is Chagamar. 2 lengths further back is British. The pace is good. 3 lengths then to Black Knight, 1 to Fountain Court, who's on the outside of Alibi. A length Secured Deposit with Hussar's Command, 1.5 then to Forward Charge. A length and a quarter Rose and Thistle, Bounty Hawk the rails. A length to Mapperley Heights following Bounty Hawk. They're followed by Affinity out 3 wide now. Getting up on the inside is Beaver Boy. 1.5 to Fox Eel, followed Marsh and Sun, Lagana, and last of all is Past the Baton. 1,800 to go, and Rocky Ruler the leader. 2.5 to Lancelotto, a length off third British, the inside of Chagamar. 2 lengths to Black Knight in company with Forward Charge. 1 away then Fountain Court, Alibi the fence, Secured Deposit 3 wide. Bounty Hawk over on the inside got a slight check, and then Hussar's Command, Beaver Boy going around them. And further back is Affinity out wide, and then Mapperley Heights. Further back in the field is Fox Eel, followed by Marsh and Sun, Lagana, and Past the Baton. That's the order as they went past the 1,400 metre mark, and the leader Rocky Ruler. He's 2.5 to Lancelotto. A length off third is British over on the inside of Chagamar, and Secure Deposit 3 wide going around them. A length further back is Black Knight as they put on the speed again, and they're followed Forward Charge. A length and a half further back in the field, then Rose and Thistle in company with on the inside rail is the Fountain Court, and then goes Affinity around the outside with Alibi, Hussar's Command, Mapperley Heights. Bounty Hawk still a long way back in the field, followed by Past the Baton, Beaver Boy, Marsh and Sun. Fox Eel is second last, and last of all is Lagana at the 800, and the bolder Rocky Ruler by 4. In second placing, Lancelotto, British the inside, and then Chagamar called on for his run, followed by Black Knight. Forward Charge around the outside, and then Secured Deposit. Further back is Rose and Thistle, Affinity pulled to the outside. Bounty Hawk getting a run up on the inside rail. They straighten up in the Melbourne Cup. Rocky Ruler by 2 lengths to Chagamar giving chase, and here's Black Knight with his run. They're followed by British, Lancelotto, Bounty Hawk along the inside. Rose and Thistle winding up out wide on the track, and Mapperley Heights. Black Knight took the lead at the 300 from Chagamar and Rocky Ruler. They're well clear of Rose and Thistle and Mapperley Heights and Fox Eel. Black Knight with 100 to go has taken the lead. He's drawn away from Chagamar. Mapperley Heights with a late run. It's Black Knight in front, and Black Knight will win the Melbourne Cup. Black Knight's won it by 2 lengths to Chagamar. Ahead away third, Mapperley Heights. Then Rose and Thistle, Fox Eel followed by Affinity. Next Lancelotto, Rocky Ruler. Then came Past the Baton. They're followed by Secure Deposit and Beaver Boy. Then British with Fountain Court and Forward Charge. Marsh and Sun well back with Hussar's Command. Bounty Hawk, Alibi and Lagana is last to finish. Stand by for the placings in the Melbourne Cup. The winner, number 17, Black Knight, ridden by Peter Cook. Number 17, Black Knight. Peter Cook was first. Second placing to number 6, Chagamar, ridden by Darren Gauchi. And third, number 15, Mapperley Heights, ridden by Brent Thompson. Official placings on the 1984 Melbourne Cup are 17, 6, and 15. Black Knight giving George Hanlon his third win in the Melbourne Cup. Peter Cook his second. I suppose the omen was there. Just a Dash led the Cup field out onto the track. That was Peter Cook's Cup mount in 1981. And in a race which saw the flops of the favoured runners, absolute and complete flops, Black Knight has taken out the prize by 1971 Melbourne Cup winner Silver Knight from Brenta. Raced by Mr. Robert Holmes of Court, Perth millionaire businessman, trained at Epsom by George Hanlon, a master trainer of stayers. And I suppose this horse has made such dramatic improvement in the last week. If you said even probably 2 or 3 weeks ago that Black Knight would go into the Melbourne Cup, a 9-to-1 chance, with a fantastic chance of taking out the big 2-miler, you would have just about been locked up. But such is the genius of George Hanlon, he's been able to bring this horse through and get him into the Melbourne Cup a winner. Now we're going to cross down to Peter Berth, who's in the mounting yard.
Thanks, Greg. George Hanlon hasn't appeared yet. Jeff Murphy on second horse, Shagamar.
Yeah,
Jeff,
great run.
Great run.
Yeah, not a lack of a run, mate, that's all. One more run, I think, you know, made all the... Hey, farmer!
Some messages going on here. I guess second prize is not so bad,
No,
is it,
it's
after
good.
all,
No,
because
it's
the
good,
horse nearly died in May.
Yeah, he's done a great job, but I think one more run probably made all the difference.
Okay, Jeff, thanks for that. Still no sign of George Hanlon. I won't talk about it. I think he's too disappointed. No, he's too disappointed.
George is collecting.
George is just collecting.
He's out collecting,
But
yeah.
Bounty Hawk, well, I heard the call. How did you assess it?
He ran a fair, reasonable race, but he's got back in the ruck and never got clear of it, really. And he was a little disappointing on today's run. And the winner was too good. He bolted him.
And what now for Bounty Hawk? Over to Perth or Spell?
Japan.
Japan for Bounty Hawk.
Japan Cup.
Okay, thanks very much, Bart. Mile and a half Japan Cup. We've spoken to Jeff Murphy, and we've spoken